Welcome to DentonRadio.com, powered in part by Classic of Denton. Well, thanks everybody for tuning back in with us here at DentonRadio.com. If you have not been paying attention, we have been getting to sit down with some awesome folks from the Denton Black Film Festival. Amazing lineup this year. We've got film, we've got music, we've got comedy, we've got just about anything you could ever want or imagine from a festival. And on the phones, we have a very, very special treat. With us is Grammy-winning saxophonist Kirk Whalum. How are you doing, man?
Man, I'm great. Hello, Denton. And I know you guys reach far beyond Denton. So, Irving and all those places I used to go. Hey, y'all.
Well, man, super excited to have you on with us. You're going to be performing over at the Murchison Performing Arts Center over on the UNT campus. The 1 o'clock lab band's going to be with you guys as well, along with your own band. Really stoked about this show, and really excited to get you here in Denton. So give us a rundown. Just give us, for anybody that's been living under a rock and hasn't heard of you before, give us a rundown on your bio and let everybody know who we're talking to, because I'm pretty starstruck right now.
Man, that's awesome. Well, I'm going to get you to do the same thing by yourself, man, when I'm done. But let's go backwards and say that I would have actually been screening a new documentary we just did at the festival this year, but we figured it may be better to wait because the documentary comes out as well as the CD this summer. So we'll come back and screen it, there at the festival. But it's called Humanité, which is French for humanity. So I guess you could say my tie-in with the festival is legit, and I'm excited about that. But I started playing sax when I was 12. I'm 60. So there's a lot of water under that bridge. Some of that water was in a place called Caravan of Dreams in Fort Worth, Texas. And somebody's driving their car right now going, I remember that. And, put a band together back then. I was going to Texas Southern and, a place where the Crusaders and Ronnie Laws and Hubert Laws and all those people, Bobby Humphrey, all those people went to that school. So I'm very, very proud of that part of my life, being a Texan, by proxy. And then, moved to L.A., which is where we're talking from right now. I'm headed that way, though. But, I lived out here for almost 10 years. Lived in Paris for a little while. Parce que je parle français. Tried to get all four of my kids. Ruby and I decided to take all the kids and live in Europe for a while so they learn another language.
Cool.
And, I love languages. I speak Spanish and French. And my, passion, man, is to share God's love with people, who might not be trying to go to anybody's church, but they can feel it in the music, man. So that's sort of where I come from.
Very cool, man. Well, very, very cool. You've had quite an accomplished career playing sax on some really, really incredible stuff. You got a new album out. It's been out for a little while, but hashtag love covers. Anybody that hasn't heard it needs to go out and grab that one. And
by the way, let me mention that on that record, I do finally got the courage to do an instrumental version of the song that I played on the solo that I played on this particular song for Whitney Houston is the sax solo that's been heard by more people than any other sax solo in history. So it's a pretty big accolade, which I'm really proud, but didn't have anything to do with, because Whitney Houston on the song I Will Always Love You insisted on singing that song live to the film and having us, her band, play along with her.
Cool. That's really cool, man. I can't wait to check it out and dive even more deep into it, man, because it's a great album.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Well, so the performance on Sunday, we're going to have the UNT 1 o'clock lab band, and then you and your band are going to be playing. But the rumor is that the lab band's going to back you on a couple of songs.
That's correct, man. My boy, Adam Blaylock, I've been knowing him for years. He's one of the great arrangers and composers in jazz this epoch. But he's hiding out over there, hanging out with a bunch of young lions and just preparing them, for their contribution to to the music world. So I'll hang out with Adam Blaylock and the 1 O'Clock Band and really see if I can learn something.
Love it, man. Well, it's going to be super, super cool. We're all really looking forward to the show, and can't wait to get you here in Denton, Texas, man. We've got a little sample for anybody that hasn't heard Kirk before or is new to Kirk. We've got a clip we're going to show you after this interview. We're going to go right into it. But before we do and wrap up, is there anything else you want to touch on or plug or talk about? You got the documentary coming. Anything else coming up?
Man, really, we're about to tour this summer. Jonathan Butler and I will tour, and we'll for sure come through the Dallas area. So maybe, check that out. Also, go to Kirk Whalum. You can just type my name into any of the social media portals, KirkWhalum, and you hook up with me for life.
Love it. Well, Kirk, thanks very, very much for being on the phone with us, man. We appreciate it. Guys, if you have not got your tickets yet, now is the time. Get your tickets for the Denton Black Film Festival. We're right in the throes of it. Started on the 23rd. It'll wrap up on the 27th. Don't miss it because it's an awesome, awesome festival and a great piece of Denton. Kirk, thanks again very much for being on the phone with us today, man.
Hey, man, shout out to my goddaughter, Bree Ray, who just graduated from there this year. Bree Ray, woo-hoo!
Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it. All right, guys.
All right, boss. We'll see.
Thanks, my man. All right, we're going to jump into that clip, guys. If you have not heard this man before, check it out. Here's Kirk Whalum.
Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Keep on pushing. Ooh, it's done now. Move up a little higher. Some
Well, thank you for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed the show. Be sure to check out DentonRadio.com for new Denton artists and where they're playing next. While you're surfing the internet, make sure you check out our friends Classic of Denton at ClassicofDenton.com.